Children could stay home from school. No one would have to go to work. You could play golf every day and become the greatest golfer in the whole country.
There wouldn't be a country to play golf in.
Few sitcoms summon the fizzy, magical vibe of I Dream of Jeannie's Technicolor world. Behind the fun, the show hid odd secrets and quirks that most fans never spotted. Ready for a countdown of 10 truly weird behind-the-scenes facts? Number 1. NBC axed the show without warning. Let's go back to a time when bottle green velvet, magic tricks, and laughter ruled your living room every week. I Dream of Jeannie had just wrapped its 5th season in 1970, still glimmering in the NBC lineup with plenty of fans tuning in. Yet, without so much as a hint, NBC abruptly pulled the plug. No grand finale, no big send-off. Word of the show's sudden end did not come from an emotional cast meeting or a heartfelt farewell episode. Instead, the news trickled in through Variety and The Hollywood Reporter. Barbara Eden, Larry Hagman, and the rest of the crew first realized their journey in Cocoa Beach was over when they saw it in print. The pink and gold bottle would never uncork its magic for television again. Loyal viewers, expecting Jeannie's enchanting adventures to keep rolling, were left in the lurch. No closure, just static where whimsy used to be. It was a jarring goodbye, and as we drift to the next strange twist behind the show, you can almost feel the rug being pulled out from under your feet. Number 2. The rushed wedding episode. Fade in on the glittery Malibu sand and pink smoke curling from Jeannie's bottle. Behind the sitcom's shimmer, a real showdown brewed. By season 5 of I Dream of Jeannie, NBC executives, fearing waning ratings, insisted on a wedding between Barbara Eden's beguiling Jeannie and Larry Hagman's ever-flustered Tony Nelson. Viewers tuned in during 1970 to witness the spellbinding nuptials, but behind the laughs, the cast and crew felt uneasy. The magical tension, those sly glances and near misses, was unmistakably gone. Barbara Eden herself later shared that the spark fizzled once the genie was out of the bottle and legally hitched. Even show creator Sidney Sheldon disagreed with the decision, knowing the mystery had vanished. Despite all the cake and confetti, ratings didn't soar as planned. Instead, many fans felt the series lost its enchanting edge. You can still hear the quiet sigh of a generation who wondered, was the magic in the wish or in the waiting? Number 3. Larry Hagman's unpredictable antics. Tensions simmered just below the surface whenever Larry Hagman, the actor behind Major Nelson, stepped onto the I Dream of Jeannie set. His charm on screen masked a real-life restlessness behind the camera. Hagman was notorious for butting heads with the show's writers, feeling stifled by scripts that didn't match his wild sense of humor. To manage the pressure of daily filming, he famously swapped out water for vodka in his on-set bottles, adding a secret kick to those long production days between 1965 and 1970 on NBC. Crew members would whisper whenever he went off script, never sure what spontaneous twist or unpredictable outburst might erupt next. His antics didn't just fuel laughter, sometimes they brought real tension, holding up filming while cast and crew nervously found their footing. But it was this very unpredictability, equal parts chaos and charisma, that crackled through every episode. The cast could never quite relax. Hagman always kept everyone guessing. Television magic brewed right alongside mischief. Those offbeat moments now live on, woven into the fabric of TV legend, blending the frenetic energy of the 60s with the timeless sparkle of primetime comedy. Number 4. The disappearing dog, Djinn. You might remember the wagging, whirling ball of fur known as Djinn from the 3rd season of I Dream of Jeannie. Billed as Jeannie's magical dog, this excitable pup first appeared in 1967 and quickly charmed his way into viewers' hearts with his vanishing acts and supernatural mischief. But just as fans started getting attached, Djinn abruptly disappeared, never to be seen or barked at again. The truth behind his vanishing is almost as odd as the show itself. The animal actor playing Djinn was simply too unpredictable on set, making filming his scenes almost impossible. In a show filled with floating objects and blink-activated chaos, it's fitting that Jeannie's canine companion slipped away with almost no explanation. To this day, fans swap theories and nostalgia-soaked questions about his fate, cementing Djinn's status as one of classic TV's most memorable blink-and-you-miss-it mysteries. That empty dog bed in Major Nelson's house? It's still a loose end, tinkling with the magic of what might have been. Number 5. The secret pregnancy storyline. Picture this: Barbara Eden swirling onto the set in her now iconic harem pants and pink veil. What you did not see, because you were never meant to, was that the star of I Dream of Jeannie spent much of the first season expecting her first child. Producers were determined to keep Jeannie's magical universe unsullied. Tight, high-waisted costumes and velvet boleros shielded Eden's growing belly, while carefully placed pillows, oversized props, and artful camera angles became part of the show's secret choreography. Behind the laughter and mischievous wishes of 1965, directors wove their own spell, ensuring not a hint of real-life pregnancy ever crept into the show's pristine world. Not once was a storyline shifted or a genie bottle swapped. It was pure escapism, untouched by the realities of family life. So, next time you watch Jeannie float across Major Nelson's living room, imagine the backstage scramble, with pins, capes, and a touch of old Hollywood ingenuity, preserving fantasy at all costs. The magic, in more ways than one, stayed hidden in plain sight. Let's pause for a second. Did you ever catch a TV trick like this as a kid, or maybe wonder how your favorite shows kept up the magic behind the scenes? Tell us about your own behind-the-curtain discoveries. Number 6. The Jeannie Twins Twist. The bright, mischievous swirl of I Dream of Jeannie got a jolt in its third season, when Barbara Eden doubled up and played not just the sweet, bubbly Jeannie, but also her cunning brunette twin, Jeannie the Second. Suddenly, viewers were treated to scenes where the two Jeannies bantered, bickered, and battled, sometimes all at once. This wasn't your average guest star gimmick. Through clever split-screen shots and perfect comedic timing, Eden brought both magical rivals to life. The effect was seamless enough in 1967 to delight audiences and leave them guessing just how each trick was pulled off. It was a technical feat, but also a showcase for Eden's comic range. While the original Jeannie radiated innocence and charm, Jeannie the Second was all sly smirks and devilish plots, forcing Major Nelson into headaches he'd never imagined. This daring twist refreshed the show's formula and proved you could still surprise a country glued to their color TVs every Monday night. Suddenly, the Pink Palace hid twice as many secrets, and a double dose of laughter was just a wish away. Number 7. Changing the color of the bottle. Under all the laughter and magic tricks, I Dream of Jeannie was quietly making television history, with a bottle you might not have noticed changing color. In its early seasons, Jeannie's iconic bottle kept its muted, smoky look, blending into the playful sets of 1965. But as the 60s stormed on and television sets upgraded from black and white to splashy color, producers wanted something that would truly stand out. By season 2, Jeannie's bottle erupted in brighter pinks and purples, a clever tweak designed to pop amid the wild, ever-brighter backdrops of Major Nelson's world. It was more than just a prop upgrade. It was a snapshot of TV's wild Technicolor evolution. Look close and you'll see it. A showdown between past and future, elegance and instant eye candy. Next time you catch Jeannie's entrance, pause and imagine all the hands painting, prepping, and primping that magical bottle, just to keep you enchanted, episode after episode. As we swirl through more on-set oddities, keep your eyes peeled. Television's hidden secrets have only just begun to dazzle. Number 8. Jeannie's bottle was a repurposed liquor decanter. Some of TV's most magical objects come from the most ordinary places. Take Jeannie's bottle, for example, a shimmering symbol from I Dream of Jeannie, which first aired in 1965. That mystical vessel, with its graceful curves and swirling purple patterns, wasn't crafted in Hollywood's wizard workshops. It began life as a humble Jim Beam whiskey decanter, emptied and then transformed by a Los Angeles artist's brush. The crew found the decanter in a liquor store, then had it painstakingly hand-painted to give it that Arabian Nights sparkle. Over 139 episodes, this quirky bottle became instantly recognizable, spinning and winking into living rooms across America. By repurposing something ordinary, the show created a style icon no Jeannie could resist. You can almost picture Barbara Eden perched atop the plush pink interior, granting wishes from a former whiskey jug. Just goes to show, sometimes TV magic is just a clever paint job away. And as we leave the bottle behind, let's see what other surprising details the world of Jeannie has to offer. Number 9. NASA cooperation in the pilot episode. A whirring rocket engine, a dash of moon dust. That was the opening shot of I Dream of Jeannie in 1965. But here's the twist. Those scenes weren't just clever Hollywood magic. The very first episode used real NASA footage, an inspired detail that gave Major Tony Nelson's astronaut credentials an air of legitimacy you could almost smell on your TV screen. The show went a step further, too, enjoying direct NASA cooperation to capture the excitement and tension of space exploration. For a sitcom built on a fantasy premise, a genie in a bottle, comedy antics aplenty, rooting the pilot in genuine rocket launches and control rooms was a bold move. Audiences saw the real-world stakes of Tony's job, something rare for primetime comedy. It grounded the magical with a shot of authenticity, reminding viewers that, in 1965, astronauts were celebrities and the space race was front-page news. That collision of sparkling genie magic and NASA's starched reality gave Jeannie a foothold in our imaginations. And after those rocket-fueled beginnings, the line between fantasy and possibility felt just a little bit thinner. Number 10. No navel rule for Jeannie. The sparkling world of I Dream of Jeannie hid a peculiar secret just below the sequins. Barbara Eden was never allowed to show her belly button. The year was 1965, and NBC's censors took their job seriously. Every episode, Jeannie's iconic pink and red costume twinkled across living rooms. But thanks to those network rules, a carefully tailored waistband and stacks of chiffon kept her midriff firmly under wraps. Directors got creative with angles, timing, and even flower vases, just to dodge controversy. The restriction became a running joke in Hollywood, leaving fans to wonder, season after season, if Jeannie's navel would ever make a surprise debut. It sounds quaint today, but back then, modesty standards ruled primetime with an iron grip. This odd bit of censorship took on a life of its own. One fan even wrote a letter to TV Guide in 1969 simply asking, "Where's Jeannie's belly button?" The rules may have faded, but those mischievous tricks with fabric and feathers still sparkle in the memory, reminding us how much the times and TV have changed.